James 5 and 7, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word and sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. I'm just back with another quick lesson, all right, about, having patience, all right, as you run this race, all right, as you fight this fight, and it's like you fight this fight in the truth, all right, having patience and being able to endure, okay, suffer in this thing, all right, whether it be, your trials and tribulations, afflictions you may be going through at the present moment or in the future, it's just remember to keep your patience in those times. All right, that's why in James 5 and 7, all right, the metaphor that is being used is the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. Like if you are, we know husbandry, it's like farming. All right, if you a farmer, okay, you have to be patient. You know what I'm saying? That you receive the fruit of the earth, whatever whatever you're trying to grow, your crops, if you will. All right, it's a process. In that profession of farming, it's a process. Everything is not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean? You gonna some crops may not come in, like things like that is gonna happen. All right, and that could be correlated to our walk in the truth, man. You got to be patient as a husbandman is, which is a farmer. You got to be patient, man. All right, that you're gonna receive the fruit of the earth, man. All right, it says and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. All right, having patience, all right, knowing that the work that you put in is going to bring forth a reward, quote unquote reward, all right, for the husbandman being his crops or the fruit of the earth, and for us being salvation. All right, you got to know that in this thing. So when things aren't going your way, just be patient. All right, because if you have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know that sooner or later you're gonna receive the proverbial precious fruit of the earth. All right, as long as you keep waiting, keep working, all right, and keep the faith, ultimately the Lord is gonna bless you, because He is faithful unto them who are faithful unto Him. But I'm gonna read that again. James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. All right, wait for Yahweh Shai. All right, be patient in the Lord like the Lord is patient with you. Because, we should have been out of here, as far as, our sins, our transgressions against the law, but the Lord is patient with us. Even now, you might, slip and bump your head or whatever. The Lord patient with you. So the Lord being patient with you, okay, when you going through something, anything, don't try to, don't not be patient or try to rush the Lord. Like the scriptures say, haste in tribulation. Don't make haste. All right, because if the Lord had that same mindset with you, He'd put you to death already. He's patient, all right, with us. So we need to be even more patient, man. All right, not that there's any unrighteousness in the Lord, but of course we wanted to be out of here yesterday, but we gotta wait, man, and suffer more. All right, it says, behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. You're going back into the farmer, the husbandman, the farmer. All right, you do what you got to do to that land. You plant your seeds, and you patient, and you wait to receive what to reap what you sown, if you will. And that's what we got to do. Just be patient, man. It says and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. All right, it says, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So we know we don't have long. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody wants to get out of here. You know what I mean? But don't let that, impatience turn into unbelief. All right, because that's happened. We've seen that happen. people's impatience turns into unbelief, you know, or unfaithfulness. They get tired of waiting, like, you know, they feel like the Lord should have been here already. All right, but we just gotta wait. All right, patience is key in this thing, man. Suffering, man. You know, and for brothers that's been in a couple years, you know that. You know, you've been here, you know, maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 years. You know, speaking for, you know, those brothers that, you know, may have been in as long as myself. You know, younger brothers as I am. You know, you start to get that patience, man. You know, for America to get blowed up, you know, of course we want it to happen, but we know it ain't on our time. When you're going through your trials and your tribulations, you know, it may hurt a little bit, whatever you may be going through, but be patient. You know, I'm gonna have to James 5:10. It says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." Man, all right. Many prophets. Job is the first that comes to mind. He was patient. The Most High was really jacking Job up, man. He gave Satan charge to really go at Job hard, man. And instead of throwing away all his faith that he had in the Most High, he just kept suffering. You know, Job didn't just believe in the Most High when he was in a good position. He believed in him. It's like he believed in Yahweh when he was down and out too. Job understood he couldn't receive just good from the Most High, you know. He had to get tested. And that's what this whole America shit is. It's just a test, man. Can you strive for righteousness when you surrounded by wickedness? You know? And you're going to suffer through that. Because we in this flesh, you know, you're going to suffer, man. This thing is about suffering, man. The Lord had to suffer. Just like the scriptures say, the prophets before us, they suffered. So we can't come into this thing thinking that we're not going to endure those same things. All right? And it's going to happen over and over again. But, patience is key in this thing. Stay patient, man. Stay faithful. You know? It says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy." All right? Very pitiful and of tender mercy. Because after he put Job, after Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, put Job through that hell, you know, he blessed him, man. He gave him all the, you know, everything back, man. The Most High push you to the limit, man. Maybe push you or put you through some things that maybe you don't think you can go through. But the Most High already told you that he ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. So don't let your flesh, you know, don't let them demons get in your head, man. Just continue to fight, man. You know. It says, Salakia, it's Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2:10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" All right, meaning that the Lord is faithful to those who are faithful to him. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is faithful to you if you are faithful to him. And part of being faithful to Yahweh Shem Yahushua is suffering, man. You got to get, you know, beat on a little bit in this truth. Not even a little bit, man. Because you're going to have, more L's than wins, you know, in this truth, man. Got to realize we are outcasted from society as far as, you know, how we function. You know? But you still got Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It don't matter. That relationship with the Lord, as long as you faithful to him, he's going to be faithful to you. You know? He's not going to forsake you. He's not going to despise you, for calling upon him if you're in the right spirit. All right? So just put your trust in the Lord, man. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. Okay? So the Lord has all these attributes. So if you going through a tough time, you don't think that the Lord can show you mercy? Is that you got to wait for when he wants to show you mercy. Wait for the moment that he feels as though you've proven yourself to receive a blessing and move on. That's what you got to wait for, man. Don't get frustrated. Don't throw your hands up like, oh man, this ain't what I thought it was, or this is too hard. And nah, man, that's demons. Because once again, the Lord told you he ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. It says, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Faint-hearted meaning like you feel as though that you can't handle every situation, or the Lord won't select it. The Lord won't handle it for you. You let those demons get in your mind and control you more so than the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the faith that you're supposed to have in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. If you faint-hearted, you don't really believe, because it's only gonna get tougher. And the Lord said, therefore shall he not be defended. Meaning that standard that's going to be lifted up for the men that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and all suffering and patience is not going to be lifted up for the faint-hearted. All right. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And that's, you fall out. I mean, brothers may fall out for, various reasons, but that's how I always look at it. You just lost patience. You just couldn't wait no more. Scriptures say, woe unto you, death and destruction unto you who have lost patience. Because the scriptures also say you put Yahushua to an open shame when you do that. Because now Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't nothing. I mean, it ain't like he's, the 2/3 reverence the Lord anyway. But what I'm saying is, when you fall out, when you lose patience and fall out, everybody's going to ask you why you not doing they're going to say, well, why you not doing that Bible thing no more? They ain't going to mock you and shit. And I don't just make you look bad or you like a quitter. It make the Lord look bad. Because now that pushes them even further away from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Well, this nigga was doing that and he ain't doing it no more. I knew it was some trash. I knew it was this, that, and the third. So that goes into, putting the Lord into an open shame when you lose patience. It says, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Because it ain't going to be no, my bad, it ain't going to be really no talking or no time to really have an excuse at that point. You know what I'm saying? You just basically going to get put to death. You know what I'm saying? That what shall you do when the Lord visits you? What excuse could you give if your house was in your face? What excuse could you give him that why you stop doing the work? What could you actually really say? Like, what can you concoct in your mind to think of this is why I decided not to do the work anymore. This is why, what would it be? So, for the brothers that, may run across this video, I hope it was edifying, just keep pushing, man, and keep your patience. Be willing to suffer, all right? Because the Lord, Yahushua, suffered for us, all right? So with that, I hope the video was edifying. Shalom.